like
that happen, and it literally means nothing whatsoever, but it
Tell
happens.
me what you mean.
what do you
Like
mean?
when you were talking about dreaming and just seeing like a movie, like little snippets of things.
Yeah.
Like I'll have dreams and I'll be looking maybe down in like a corner and I'll see like a little thing of dust. And I will dream that like several times over, and then it will actually happen. And it's like, and I find myself sitting and I see exactly what it is
You
that
come
I'm
to
dreaming.
my house, that dream will be true every
It's a
day, all day.
reality.
I mean, it's like the most bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Like even just little things like that.
Well, I mean,
Deja vu.
I don't know because, I wake up, I know what the dream is, and it happens exactly as I dreamt it.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things have nothing to do with me. It's about, a boat wrecking or, just ridiculous things and then it happens and you're just, what?
Or like a celebrity passing away. Like I woke up one day and told my husband, like, oh, I had this dream that so-and-so was going to pass away. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And a couple days later, it's on TMZ and
Good old TM.
Wow.
like, what?
Yeah, so, I mean,
So, and we could go really deep with that. How are we picking up psychically? How do we pick that up? I mean, why do we pick that up?
I don't know. I mean,
I guess I mean, for people that are watching, I guess my point would be don't discount even the most minor, insignificant things that you're dreaming, because that could be validation for you when something silly like that happens.
Yeah, because like when you're tuning into somebody, you might get something sort of irrelevant. And they think, well, that's pretty stupid. You picked that up about me. I said, yeah, but out of everything that exists, I can't say that to everybody. Well, no. So why not pick up about them something kind of irrelevant? Because just like that dream, you're tuning into that thing in the corner, that dust or whatever. That was irrelevant to you too.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, it was still true.
But it's
So-
validated.
Right, but coming back to the point where how do we pick up things psychically, it's kind of whether you're dreaming it, whether you're awake and you're tuning in psychically, it comes from that energy dimension. And it kind of crosses boundaries, whether I'm asleep or I'm awake, and it's just easier to hear and be in tune to when we're sleeping.
well, I do have to say, I did not know that there were books on, dreaming like that. And I mean, so maybe that's something that I need to educate myself on, but, I
And
just
be
had no
true
idea.
to what, like if you have a dream and you see a bunch of rats going around the edge of the floor, you have to be true to what does rats mean to you. If I see a bunch of snakes, what does snakes represent to you? Like if I ask you, what would a snake represent to you? If you had to put it in symbolic.
I think snakes are cute.
I would say, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, that's
Snakes?
really cool, yeah.
So if you had a snake in your house in the dream, you would think that was cool.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, probably down there looking at it.
Yeah, if you
and-
swapped a snake out with a tarantula, then we'd be having a different discussion.
Even a little itty bitty spider, I'd be crying in the corner. Somebody come kill it. But
So-
snakes don't bother me.
But you know what? That would be representing something positive to you in your
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah, that
Okay,
would.
where another person might be terrified of snakes,
Yeah.
and that would mean something different. So even though they have books about dreams, you can't get so caught up in their definitions of what things means, because we both know that it's about where you go and where your head is. When we're picking up on somebody else in a psychic reading, it's not about what they think, it's about what we think as the reader. So if you're having a dream, it's about, you have to be true to where your head goes.
So have you ever, this has happened to me a couple of times, where for whatever reason I gave somebody a reading and it was over, and then, that night or maybe even a week later, I had a dream and I had to call them back and go, hey, this just came to me, and you tell them and it's like, yeah, that's like right on. So it kind of stayed with me until I had the dream so that I could get that last piece out.
Wow.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and maybe the timing of it was relevant and you don't even know it.
I have no idea, but that's
Maybe
happened.
they wouldn't have been ready to hear that particular piece of it at the time, that there had to be some Sometimes people have to go home and think on what you said first to be able to swallow it or whatever, and then they hear that.
Yeah.
So
And I know a lot of times, because like I said, I don't do this. I really should, but I don't. So sometimes I wake up in the morning and I may not remember the dream, but I remember that I'm thinking about somebody. And so then I'll call them and go, I mean, and it may be, maybe I'm thinking about them and I'm worried about them driving their car. And so I might call them and say, hey, you might just want to be, just be careful driving, and, and they wreck or something. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I don't even remember the dream, but I remember I wake up thinking, oh, I wonder how this person's doing. Let me ask them about this. And I do, and I call them and I ask.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that fly's driving me crazy, by the way. That's why I keep doing that.
I'm gonna get that little bastard as soon as we're done here.
We're getting rid of that thing.
We're getting rid of it. It's to be exterminated.
It's coming in trying to jack up our...
Yeah.
See?
Put it in the spirit realm.
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean...
So, we probably talked long enough on this one, but anyway, I mean, we could talk forever and go real deep and go all kinds of places. But again, remember, we're going to have that website. Please send us an email and let us know if you have comments, if you have something like a dream, reoccurring dream, lucid dream you'd like to share. We'd like to hear it. And even if you have questions, like we opened up a can of worms with you and you want to know, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Because we can be easily distracted,
Oh, yeah. Totally.
So, hopefully, a lot of you out there probably will relate. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a question for Sammy, like address it to Sammy. She's more than happy to answer your question, as is Brenda. I don't know, might be pulling teeth to get me to answer you. I'm just kidding. I'll answer
your ear off.
Yeah, I'll answer you. I'll answer your questions. But maybe something that Sammy or Brenda talked about really resonated with you. So feel free to focus in on Brenda or Sammy or even me, whatever's right for you at this time.
And again, any ideas to going forward?
Oh yeah.
And again, we will be found on the website www.psychicsuptown.com, and we will have an email that is questions@psychicsuptown.com. And feel free and like us, share it on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever. Tell your friends about us, and hopefully we'll be of some encouragement, and maybe you'll learn a few things. Maybe we'll learn a few things.
Oh yeah.
But we're glad you tuned in. We'll see you later.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.